Good morning, good morning. There it is. Not sure why I hear nothing. We will move the phone closer to the edge whenever we get more light. I'm a little sniffly this morning. I'm gonna run out. Turn that mic up real quick. I can't tell if there's feedback, so if anyone's there, let me know if there is any feedback. Because I obviously can't get any sound at all. Can't turn on my laptop yet. I wasted a lot of power yesterday. The sniffies. It's not camera, but audio. Check, check, check. Okay, my mic's working. For some reason, I can't hear. There's no sound. I'm not sniffly. Dang it. We'll get some coffee made. Sorry if you hear extra rustling. I thought I had two headphones. I'm not really sure where one is. And not on the laptop right now because I wasted too much power yesterday. All started with gaming Friday night on the laptop instead of the phone. Coffee ready. And then I tried to cook beans before the power was up to full power. So I used up all the power, and then it didn't even make it to where it was on. No, the timer part was on, it was still heating. So I had to wait for the power to charge, which I lost a lot of that power used for that and had to cook it again. Ended up having to finish it in the pan. It took all day just because I didn't wait for enough power. I think lesson learned, maybe. There'll be more in here on YouTube. I'll have it run heat. I figured I was going to be making coffee. It is. Let me see if I can get the weather on this phone. No, I can't. I cleaned everything off except what I needed for the streaming game with. At least I'm lucky enough to have it. Oh, so sniffly. Fast, holy cow. I got last night's coffee, which is tepid. Don't know if I'm going down the hill today for church or not. May. If riding with somebody. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go hiking. I need to do something. Sat around for 2 days. One day yeah. Wow, fast. I dressed for winter. I could probably do the laptop a little bit without plugging it in. Oh, there we go. I keep moving the phone around because the fan is outside on the other phone. Oh, I made bread yesterday morning too. Boy, I really used the power. Turn on the fan. I think what I will do is go on the laptop after it comes up. Come off the phone because my hotspot won't handle both this morning. There's not a lot of signal. I'm sorry about the sounds. And just mute the mic temporarily. Hooray, we're hearing birds now. Okay, well, I got coffee getting ready to boil, and it's going to be noisy. I'm not hearing an echo like I did yesterday. That's good. Alright, why would that still show up when I exited eBay? Okay, never mind. It did. Alright. Coffee stuff ready. Sorry that I'm sniffly. I can feel the inflammation in my nose. Steaming. Yay. Steaming demon. This heater on. There we go. It's quiet with the flame network. Here. And I can start making my coffee. Yay! Nice hot coffee. Yesterday, I don't know what it was. I just kept shaking the coffee, not having it closed. Dump out the old coffee. I really hate wasting coffee that way, but I don't. Hot coffee, not tepid coffee. I'd probably need to get me a cute little can to reheat coffee with. I don't want to put it in my water one because they're just too hard to clean out. Sorry if I can't see the chat right now. I can't see the chat right now. Sorry if it's there. I can't read the chat yet. Oh, I'm almost ready. Almost there. Almost. So that's why I didn't go on a hike yesterday, is because I had to spend all day cooking beans, trying to do it with solar that I didn't have because I used it up gaming, and then I made bread, and then I tried to make beans, which wastes the power when you don't have enough because you gotta wait for it to charge again to turn it back on, and by that time it was already cold, so and I didn't wait very patiently. Did it again the second time. And it did make it for 30 minutes, but it didn't cook all the way. I went to do 10 more, and nope, power gone again. So I gave up, let it charge. And then I didn't get on my laptop. Oh, when he shut the lid. And it should be nice and charged when the sun comes up. I didn't want to use it all up for the laptop because I want to make bread for breakfast again. I already grinded up most of the flour I need. All right, coffee ready. Woohoo! I wonder if it's bright enough to go move the phone to the ledge. Yeah, it is. All right, let me get my coat back on. And we'll go out. I'm going to move the phone over to the edge of the mountain so we can see the valley below. I see there's no chat. Okay. I don't like pink, but this coat was so cheap at the thrift store. It's a skiing jacket, and it's a good one. It has a bunch of pieces to it. And it just happened to be pink with skulls on the inside. I don't understand pink and skulls, but whatever. Some people might. All right. Let's go move the camera, and I shall come back in. Microphone noise. Hair's getting in my eyes. I'm getting a haircut again. To cut my bang every 2 weeks. Okay, I don't think that phone's going down. This be clear and marked for me. Yeah. Lots of noise. That critter's no coming. Last thing I want to do is surprise one. Surprising critters are not a good thing. Oh, I should have went the other way. I'm the worst at following paths. or just make new paths. Ah, there we go. That would be an interesting rock to... Let's go back to our regular rock. That's annoying. Scare the critters away. There we go. And there's our spot with the rock still there. Alright. Hopefully I have it aimed right, and I'm going to come back down and try to aim it. Wants to go crooked. No! Don't go crooked. Let's go crooked again. Seriously? Let's put it on another rock. That spot's not good. I am sorry about microphone noise. Rustling stuff ain't good. Okay, another spot. I knew I was going to drop it. It's not broke. Howdy. Nature is not perfect. It does not have nice, smooth, flat, even surfaces anywhere. So any artist trying to do perfect work, nature's not perfect. Work today for me. Now I put my message up there. I didn't want to. We may have to go crooked because I am getting really annoyed. Nope, didn't work either. Every time I get it. I'm so sorry this is taking so long. It doesn't not want to work the way I want it to work. And I'm sitting on the mic. Okay, I think I'm going to quit fiddling. If it's a little bit crooked, so be it. Let me get the microphone tucked so we don't get tons of breezes. And there we go. That's what we're going to have for the sunrise. Oh, please be any good. I am closer to the edge than I want to be. Hugging the rock, hugging the rock. And we're back. Oh, it's nice in here. Get this fan going so I don't overheat my stove in here. No driver booster. I don't want to update right now. Oh, that's really slanted. Good morning. As you can see, I had issues getting the camera straight. It didn't want to work out this morning, and that's really going to bug me. I think I need to go back down and fix it. It's too off for me. Yep, gonna do it. It's fine. It's really bugging me though. If it was slanted slightly, but I'm sorry. I gotta go fix it. So sorry. Oh, yeah. Look at that slant. Let's cut back this other way. Please, I need a good spot. I am not a perfectionist, but I am a try to do your best type person. There's where I need to aim. Got the wrong rock in the wrong place. There. And then I need to prop the stinking phone. It's not crooked. Okay. That'll show the valley and the sun. Make My microphone is not going to get winded to death. And I think I'm set. That better be good enough, Lindy. Alright, back up. It's cold. And we're back. Oh, much better. Yay! How are you this morning? Nice. So it's the day before Memorial Day. I think I am going to go to sleep really early tonight because I need to get up about 1 o'clock to get the Sea to Shining Sea set up. And I think Aruba's joining us to do sunrise from Florida. Mona is going to try to join us from Missouri. I'm going to be streaming, and then Roy may be streaming from the very West Coast. I didn't get his contact information, but I'm sure I'll run into him today. I'm not hearing birds. Did I cover the microphone too well? Or do I just not have the volume up? It's the volume. Still hearing a little bit of wind. Sometimes when up here on Sundays, I go down to church with my friend. But I haven't heard from her, so I don't know that we're going down. Oh, is she sick again? Well, she checked with me last night in one of the comments and asked if I was still doing it, and I said yes. Well, there we go. We got birds. I'm glad I moved the phone anyway. It was a little closer to the edge than I wanted it. I mean, a critter comes and messes with the phone, it would have been off the cliff. Most of last week. I think she was getting better towards the end of the week, if I can remember. I hope she's better by now. That would be a long time to be sick. Ooh, now I can check the weather now that I'm on the laptop. It says in Jerome it's 57. It is usually cooler up here, so it's maybe 52, 53 with the breeze. It's going to go, that was an odd noise. It's going to go up to 82 today. 82 the next 3 days. With a gentle breeze of 27, 31, 31. That's Jerome, though. It'll be a little cooler up here. And it doesn't get cloudy until Thursday, the day I got to pull out and head down the valley. I think it's odd that the country's kind of at the same temperature, but I didn't compare it before when I was up on the mountain. I guess when I'm up on the mountain, I'm like the rest of the country. When I'm down in Phoenix Valley, a little bit different. But I'll be in the Prescott Valley. Let's see what that's going to be like. I know it'll be warmer. Actually, that's odd. It's showing Prescott being cooler than Jerome. I wonder why that is. That's pretty odd. But I'll be heading to Wilhoit on Thursday. I'm going to spend one night at Prescott Valley so I can get my free Denny's Grand Slam. My birthday slam, baby. Walk in there and say, slam me. No, I'm not. That would be taken so wrong. I don't get how it's so windy. I covered it with a see out the window. It's always nerve-wracking setting the phone out there when I can't see it. Critters are easily entertained. So I take off, I don't have like a double rod system. So I take the curtain off the rod, put the rod back up, and then I just magnet the shear to it. There we go. Morning, Casey. 58 for you. Nice. Okay, I'm killing the heat. I only got it up to 68, but I'm sweating because I'm dressed for winter. I keep hearing strange sounds on the microphone. I'm like, I didn't make that sound. What made that sound? Okay, I'm gonna play my little video again because it's fun. It's less than 30 seconds.
Yo, Diego, I'm about to stream the sun just doing its thing on YouTube. You down to join and chat?
Oh heck yeah. Let's get lit. We'll be watching the sun, but what if it's watching us too, man? Like, what do you think it's thinking?
Bro, that's some crazy stuff. But we might as well ride this wave and see where the sun takes us.
It skipped, didn't it? It skipped for me anyway. I should play that at the beginning, but nobody's usually on until notifications go out. But I guess if you're rewatching it, it would show up at the beginning. We'll get the pattern down when I get enough toys to set it up. Which I get lots of plans. Not all of them go through. That's what's frustrating. But that's okay. At least I don't run out of ideas. Well, I do sometimes. But I'm not now. Yeah, we were going to do that sparking creativity thing, and I left the book, and I grabbed the wrong book. I got really excited and grabbed the green instead of the blue. Although that book is interesting too. It's actually a book about defining your mission statement type thing. And it takes your character, your interest, your personality, your talents, and combines them all up and helps you focus on a mission statement for your life. And then it helped me a lot when I came out of the divorce and out of all that abuse crap. It helped me figure out what I can do in my life and what I can't, because before I just kept trying to do everything, and you can't do everything. You got to focus on where you're meant to be, and then you can function a whole lot better. So it's called Life Keys, finding your purpose or something like that. And I don't always agree with everything that's in it, but it's very, very helpful. So that's when I learned to focus on just what I can do and what fits me and put the rest out. Like, I am not a babysitter. I do like being around kids and playing. I like to play a lot. But I am not a babysitter because I play so much, kids don't tend to listen to me. They want to just play. They see me as a playmate and not an authority figure. I'm not very good at that authority figure thing. So when I was going to the churches at the time, and I wanted to be in the classroom, but I wasn't a teacher. And I could teach adults. I'm very good at teaching adults, but not children. So I always tell my friends that I don't want to babysit alone. I don't want that kind of responsibility. It's a high responsibility. Happy Sunday, Red. Oh, we're calling her Cactus. Okay. Sorry. I know there's Red Squirrel and they call him or her Red. I can't remember if it's a him or a her. I know it's one of the couple. One of them is a squirrel and one's something else. But I'm doing okay. I finally got the camera semi-straight. Little sniffly. I made my day rougher than it should have been yesterday because I didn't wait for my power to go all the way up before I started making beans. So it took all day. I was exhausted. So I didn't do a sunset. Oh, it's all good. Okay, thanks. I did pin a link at the top if anybody wanted to hop in. But you can also stream to your own channel. I'm gonna have to do a test run with Mona before tomorrow. Make sure she can find what she needs to find to get on. Is that just an echo? Huh. I've noticed other people on their StreamYard will suddenly get an echo too. StreamYard's having issues. I paid for the full year. They better fix it. I did figure out a way of getting the chat on the screen. I have Aruba, Mona, me, and Roy said he'd do it. I gotta get in touch with him. He's always on, so I can easily get a hold of him. He'll be doing it from the very West Coast, but that's about what I got. I didn't get anybody else in between. Not a lot of people get up for the sun, apparently. So, but it is East Coast to West Coast. So we'll have Aruba, Missouri, then here, and then California. Hey, J. Pole, you're up. You made it. So tomorrow's the Sea to Shining Sea. Mona's going to do her old flag story. That's going to be fun. She'll be in her memorial garden. She calls it the Veterans Memorial Garden, and she has flowers and lights everywhere in her yard. It's really nicely set up. She was having problems yesterday, though. She wanted to get another flag out there, and she just couldn't. We know she's in a wheelchair. Well, she was having trouble getting up, and so I don't know if she was able to recover and get it up or not. We will find out. I hope she's doing well, because West Coast and then, East Coast and then skipping on the West Coast is going to be odd. But the best we can do is try. And I see the sun peeking out in the window. It looks red from here, but it's starting to peek there. Little beams. Early in the day, but wait, why am I doing that? There we go. Watch the sunrise, P. Oh, and P. So I remembered you'd be on. Here comes the sun. I forget which song. I can't. I think it's Fiddler on the Roof, Sunrise, Sunset. That song you can play and not get your video taken off. Some of the other songs I had, other countries block it, so they take your video off when other countries block it. I wonder if they're still having a fire up in Flag. Let me see if I can get to the live fire map. Find out. That's not a live fire map. Don't know why I don't have these. There we go. Oops, I zoomed too much. Oh, we're still into that. There's Arizona. And it looks like there's still a fire and flag. Oh, it's a controlled burn. Yay. Wait, no, that was a month ago. Updated a minute ago. That don't make sense. How can it only burn 1/10 of an acre for a whole month? Yeah, that don't make sense. Tomorrow morning. That's what the goal is. Confess the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. It's going to be all right. Do 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 do. Comes typo. Good morning, Jeffries. How are you? So I can't find the right live fire map. I probably need the bookmark it. Let's try this. Yeah, I don't know how to. Okay. Oh, I just got a notification that I'm live. That's why I can't find it. The active fire mapping website is now retired. All right, let's try this link. It says it works. That's good. Oh, it wants to download it. Well, this is a little frustrating. Used to be able to go to the map and just click and see. I just did it not too long ago. So we're looking at 6 a.m. Eastern for the start of the sunrise on a day off. Well, I'm going to check, but the sun comes up here at 5:18. As you can see, it's already up and it is 5:24. So I will check what time the sun rises in Florida. Need lots of coffee. Yep, we do. Happy Sunday, everybody. Yep, you too, Jeff. Breeze, travel. Okay. Maybe I should just go to Modus. This is crazy why I can't find it all of a sudden. think I found the map. Oh, I did. Now I just got to get into the right place. Okay. It's showing a hot spot in near Flagstaff, but there's the Willow Fire, which is not where I'm heading. So yeah, no fires up in Flag. That's good. Ooh, Minnesota. That'd be a nice place to watch it from. Yeah, it'll be on. You'll be able to hop on and stream it to your own channel too. We'll have that set. I don't have a lot of patriotic stuff set up, but we could share some stories, I guess. I really don't have, I mean, I had family in the military, but I didn't hear very many stories, but I could say parts of it, I guess. Sunrise, same as in Florida and Michigan, about 5:45. Yeah, you actually want to start at least half an hour before the sun actually comes up, though, because you want to be able to catch some of the colors and wait for it to peak. So maybe about 5:15, I could start the stream. Yeah, you want to be at least a half an hour out before the sun's scheduled to come up, though. Catch all the pretty colors in the sky. Got a bird there. Patriotic hats. Oh, what kind of bird was that? Did you all just hear that? What the heck? No, wait. I might be able to do an AI thing with dancing bears and an American flag. I could bake bread. Oh, did you see it? He was really close to the camera. We saw him fly off. I was hoping we'd be able to see the valley below, maybe as the sun gets up a little bit more. If my phone could pick up stars in the night sky, it would be kind of nice to show the stars while I'm waiting for a sunrise. But no, we're going to focus on whoever's on the sun's rising. We'll give them a solo layout for that. But I can have 10 people on panel, up to 10. But when I look at the guest streaming capabilities, each person can stream to 2 sources, but can only have 6 altogether. So I'm thinking if we have to, maybe I'll just call it sick. You have to work on the holiday? I keep hearing sounds. I hope there isn't a person there thinking they found a brand new phone. Just put up a picture of the star. Oh, I do have a star app on my phone. Or did. I can download it onto my Samsung again. And I could put that up. I have this one picture. I had the star up when I was in Flagstaff. And the bear was actually set to where it looked like he was walking across the little mountains. It was so cool. Glasses. I don't have my glasses on yet either. I'm getting nervous. I'm hearing people walk around. I just don't want somebody to discover that phone and think it's theirs. So that mountain you see on the left, way back in the distance, that's Flagstaff. And then the mountains closer to us, which is very, very foggy, are Sedona, because you could see the colors in them. If the camera starts moving, I'll be running out there. I just can't sit out in the cold that long. I did the first few days, but I bundled up with my winter gear and took my sleeping bag down there. And it ended up having to hold the phone because I forgot I could put it on a stand backwards. Okay, that's probably the best we're going to see of the valley. So what I'm going to do is bring the phone back up and we can watch the sun in the trees as it gets up higher. And it's not such a smoky view. So I'm going to go grab the phone and get it up on the picnic table. You know what? If I mute the mic, you don't have to listen to all that shuffling. Get all bundled up again. I am such a wimp for the cold. I hear doors shutting. My neighbors are up. They like to chop wood in the morning, so you might hear some wood chopping. All right, I'm going to mute that mic out there. No, the smoke's from our own fire, but it could be the Canadian fire, I think, went down through the mid over to the East Coast, covered the entire East Coast. But it's possible. I haven't kept up on the news because I'm camping. All right, let's see. Mute the sun's mic. And I'm going to move it up here so you can look at the sun through the trees now. That's good. We're getting to the valley. I'll probably give a panoramic before I bring it up. There we go. I like it through the trees too. Purdy. Oh, shoot. I don't have it in the frame. Dang it. Yeah, I got bad depth perception. I aim it thinking it's aimed and I didn't bother to look at the picture. All right. Actually, just leaving my curtain covering the door instead of opening and shutting that door. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Yep, I'm gonna unmute. Hopefully we won't get an echo. I'm not hearing anything though. Oh, very good. Yep. I wanted to catch a little bit of that fire pit thing. It lights up pretty too. There we go. It's only slightly crooked. Woohoo! I got too much of the ground. All right. Okay, maybe I am slightly perfectionist. Really not too bad out, I guess, because I've become acclimated. There we go. Now we can see some treetops too. I'll get a touch of that fire ring. There we go. I like the fire ring in the shot. I'm mighty picky sometimes. There. Ooh, I like that. Got a little bit of the fire ring. Yeah, yesterday they were out chopping wood pretty dang early. So yeah, I should play around with the cartoon thing and make some patriotic cartoons. Let me see, I'm gonna make a little list of ideas of what to type in and see what it comes up with. A couple. Anybody got any ideas of what I could type in? Like for that sporange thing we did, we were playing trivia in the one. It was a true or false, and they're like, "Is there any word that rhymes with orange?" And all of us said no, and of course, we didn't know about the word sporange, which is actually another term, but people use that one. So technically, it's a created slang word referring to something else. Must have missed the public service announcement last night. Call campers, don't forget to chop your firewood for morning breakfast tomorrow. Wow, party. Our water spigot out there broke yesterday. I'm running out there catching as much water as I can in jugs. But we must have lost gallon upon gallon. Good thing it's a El Nino and we're probably going to get rain to fill it up. They're dumping their trash now. Do we need another public service announcement? I also have the outhouse directly across from me too. But we don't hear that, thank goodness. Maybe the door open and shut. That's about it. I love the sun's reflection on the fire ring. Don't know why rusty metal to me looks good. My signal picked up anyway. I'm up to 4 bars. When I started streaming, I had 1. Yeah. Well, it's not a TikTok video. I'm not on TikTok. But yes, that is my water jugs. I carry that many. What am I doing? Okay, now I'm going to try a shot. Sorry. I'm going to try a shot out the window. Forgot to turn this one back on. Here I am reading it out loud and laughing. Public service announcement to all campers who stream sunrise. Watch out for falling echoes, 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 echoes. Yes, those were my water jugs hanging out. And now you missed my whole story of how at one place I was parked with my truck and my camper. I kept them connected and they were in a straight line, and everybody just lined their chairs up because I was by the kitchen and just used it as a little wall to line up against and sit. And I wish I had a picture of that. I know some people took a picture of it. I just don't know who or how to get in touch with them. I lost a lot of my contacts from the convoy, sadly. Trying to find them back. I don't know how come I don't have their info. But I got back in touch with you, Fawn. Ridgeline. And I still had Glory B's info. I haven't been watching Polish Agnes's cruise. I never got back to her. I think I'm going to donate. I have greeting cards I did of 3 of my paintings. I'll donate those for a raffle item. They cost me about almost $4 each to have made, and then shipping, so it wasn't cheap. Just plugged in my laptop now. I'll be getting solar here in a minute. But I need to not be on my laptop after dark because I drain power. This laptop I have here uses 135 watts. My older one uses 65. And if it were wintertime and not sunny like in Quartzsite, I use the older one. But it's really sunny, so I can afford to use this one as long as I'm not making beans that day. Which I messed up yesterday. A whole day to make beans. I could have just done them in the pan. Here comes Mona, y'all. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Beautiful day it is today.
It is.
Yes.
So are you going to try to stream this to your channel? Did you see how to do that?
I seen how to do it. I've got to get set up for this afternoon. I'll text you when I'm getting ready to go live.
All right.
And we'll try this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
probably going to, it's cold here. Okay. It's only 52 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's cold here too.
You know, and so I'm going to kind of wait until it kind of warms up a little bit this afternoon.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm going to be doing it outside, and I do not want to be standing out there. I'm trying to talk. So that's how that's going to work.
J-Pole, this is a gaming laptop. That might reserve some, but it's not going to save it a lot. You got your TV running, huh? It's echoing.
I'm reading a weapon in transit.
Yeah, just a minute.
Yeah, it uses a little less, but...
That better?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was you watching? It sounded mysterious.
Star Trek. Next Generation.
J-Pole says good morning. Lynn said good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, J. Paul. How are you? Good morning, Lynn. I've been in the battle royale. I am considered the ultimate protester, I guess.
What did you do yesterday?
I haven't done anything. It's on Branson Buzz. It's on the
Oh, okay.
chat deal because I'm against the show being called a drag queen show in Branson.
Yeah.
Now, if they want to change it and make it a female impersonation show, that might be okay on a billboard in Branson. But drag queen has that slang for drag queen. It means that it's about transvestites and the LBGTQ whatever. And that makes it a bad taste for Branson. So I'm considered the devil here, and that's okay. I'm trying to get these people to understand that it's not personal. It's not about their sexual orientation. It's about the name they gave their show. And the people of this town are up in arms. They're Bible thumping.
Well, why aren't any of those standing up? They're so, it's like they want one person to stand up, and they want to stand in the shade behind you and say, "Go, go, go."
Oh, no, there was standing room only at the last 2 council meetings.
Yeah, but you said you went out to protest and you were the only one protesting.
Because they all thought I should protest at 10 p.m. while the show was going on. And I misunderstood. I said, no, I'm protesting at 10 a.m. because I don't think anything good happens after 10 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. And why would you protest 12 hours before the show? I says to get people not to come.
Right. Isn't a protest to change it before it happens? Why would you wait till it's happening? I mean, what good? Yeah, I don't know. You're right.
Because that would cause,
before, maybe they won't.
That would cause a fight. Okay. And I didn't want to fight. As it was, I was the only one that showed, but I got a chance to talk to all the other business owners in the mall. And the consensus is they wanted them to go. I have put out an invitation to the show performers to have a sit down conversation with me. You're not, they think it's not personal. It's about the Branson brand. Okay. Branson will never permit a billboard or posters in Branson that says drag queen show.
I don't know, but it sounds like it's changing. If you have standing room only for 2 council meetings and they still don't put a stop to it, it makes me wonder.
Well, no, it's a legal thing, and the mayor explained that. Okay, to do the ordinance, they got to be sure they're doing it on a level that doesn't cause a reason to be sued for discrimination.
Okay.
All right, and I understand that. My thing is why don't you just change the name of your show?
Because they want to be known as drag queens. They want that.
But if they could change it to female impersonation show.
But then that's not what they want.
I don't know. I haven't been able to get that conversation with them yet. Okay. It's kind of like me changing my my convoy from a convoy to a stroll. The city needed to have all this insurance and police coverage and everything else if I was going to have a convoy through Branson. But they didn't have a permit for a stroll. A stroll did not convoy in their mind, and I found this out at the meeting that we had, that a convoy meant that I was going to have huge trucks pulling huge trailers through Branson. It's all going to be trucks, semis, because I use the word convoy. And the minute I used the word convoy, they thought of the movie Convoy. Okay.
Yep.
There in the air, you know, busting through. That's what they heard when they heard the word convoy. And then when I said, well, wait a minute, do I have to have a permit to stroll around Branson? Well, no. I said, okay, so we won't have a convoy. We're going to have a stroll. And they loved it. We did freedom blocks, and they loved the freedom blocks. Didn't need no cops to block the intersections. Heck, we got all kinds of people that know how to block intersections. And they loved it, and they're all behind it for this year because they misunderstood and misconstrued what was actually going to take place. Well, there were some people that actually went to the show, okay? And it wasn't nothing more than a female impersonation show, period. They didn't do anything different than some of our female impersonators like Terry Wayne Sanders do. But because they made it sexual in their name, drag queen show, it became a area of contention with all the churches and they were in there talking about there being you're trying to disrupt our children, you're doing this, the vile hate that the Christians of Branson spewed at the council meeting was vile. Okay, my only thing I did was call the mayor out, the fact that he's the one who actually brought them here. I ended his mayoral career. Okay, I called him out, made him answer. He answered, and it is a fact that he was the one who leased a building to HBO to film a drag queen show for their documentary. He leased a building for that. But that was enough to make the world think that Branson accepts drag queens in the slang, as transvestites and gays and LGBTQ, and they don't want that here. So it's and I know that's what it is. It's kind of like I couldn't have a rally. Oh no, I have to have a permit, have to have a designated spot, all this BS in order to have a rally. But honey, they didn't have no permits or limitations on a hootenanny. I just changed the word, and the whole perception was changed. And that's what has happened here. They came in here and they are trying to push their gayism, okay, or their whatever. All right. That's what they got to get away from. If you want to be entertainers in Branson, there's nothing wrong with a good comical we have a whole big impersonation shows here. Matter of fact, Branson's made up of dead performers. Michael Jackson died and only took 30 days for him to show up performing here in Branson. After he died, he's still here. We got 4 Elvises, and Elvis has been dead for a long time. And they don't quite get it, and that's why they're getting so much venom, from the people of Branson. And I've been trying my hardest to explain to them that it's not personal. It's business. one of them said here today, said, well, I clicked on her profile and she studied drama and theater and dance. Why is she opposed to our show? I'm not opposed to the performance. I'm opposed to the name you stuck on it, which has got this city up in arms. Now they're pouting out there, well, they're going to have a drag queen. They're going to have a drag walk through from down 76 Country Boulevard. And I'm like, don't do that. You do not know. Don't do that. You will infuriate the infuriatable. I mean, they will come out and they will come out armed. I know this town. I know the people here. Don't shove that sort of thing in people's faces here. If you're gay, fine. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your home. Okay? But if you want to go out and make out, if two men want to go make out in public in Branson, you're just liable to get shot. It's a wrong kind of atmosphere. Don't do that. You will kill this town. But some people are just so stuck in their own ego. You know, it'd be like if I was demanding that, oh, well, we have to have a rally. We have to have a convoy. Well, no. You know, we accomplished the same thing. All we did was change it from a convoy to a stroll. Just a word. Did exactly the same thing that we were going to do as a convoy. But I didn't have to buy $6 million worth of insurance and pay 40 cops overtime pay. Simply by changing the word. You're right, Lynn. It's this is the Bible, the heart of the Bible Belt right here. And it just won't fly. You know, they even bragged about the fact that they put they blocked all the windows so nobody could see in to try to keep it private. That just makes us think you have something to hide.
What people forget is that government doesn't run from federal down. It runs from local up. Each state has the right to determine how they want to be run, just as every city does. And forcing them on it is only saying that the federal has more power, and that's not true. If you don't like that area, don't go there. Go to an area that's accepting of it. Why do you have to force it in areas? The states, the cities have more power than the federal, and we keep forgetting that. And we may not agree with everything that city or state has. Go somewhere else then. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, because of this, the city is looking at strengthening their no adult entertainment bans. Okay? They've already banned X-rated books, stores. They've already banned massage parlors. But they didn't list drag queen shows originally. So now when they go and redo this ban thing, they're trying to, the city attorney's trying to keep us from being sued, the city from being sued, and the taxpayers' money being spent on a lot of legal turmoil. Okay? We don't need that either. You guys want to have your show? I understand from those that attended, it was funny, it was entertaining, it wasn't sexual in style, and they do need to curb some of their language, okay? I told them to use spornge instead of the F word or other words, okay?
Spornge, that word's going to take off.
Huh?
that spornge word's going to take off everywhere.
Hey, you know, you can go spornge yourself. Okay? You're a mother spornger.
But you know what's funny is the spornge where it's connected to a fern of something being output that's asexual, which is even funnier that you said go spornge yourself.
Hey, Mona, back in the day, Mom used to always say we were gay kids. We were always happy and smiling. LOL. There's a good example of choice and meaning of a word, Mona.
Well,
Yes.
there is a good series out there called The Age of Deception. I'll have to link it up. But one of the ways of this age of deception is redefining words. So the words we're used to, suddenly we can't say it because it means something else. It's a form of control. It's craziness.
Yeah, it's like I looked up drag queen. Drag queen means mostly men impersonating women. Also, impersonation. Okay.
Right. But that's not what it's about anymore.
And it goes down and it says drag queen slang to mean transvestites.
Right. So when you go to a drag queen story hour, they're reading books about acceptance and what all the labels for all these sexual terms are. That's not a female impersonation. It's a totally different thing. They've redefined it.
They've redefined the word. I like J. Paul was saying about the word gay.
Yeah.
Okay. We were happy and gay. It had nothing to do with sex.
I tell people I'm a tomboy and they're like, you're a lesbian? No, I'm a tomboy. It means I like doing guy things. I'm a guy. I'm a logic brain. I guess that's what they call the guys ones. I don't remember what they call it, but I'm not lesbian.
I've been a tomboy most of my damn life.
Me too.
Because prissy girls can't climb trees. So I wasn't going to be no prissy girl because I like to climb trees. Okay?
I like to gut the fish, man. I like to gut the fish.
Oh, yeah, man. You get, and it's so absurd. But yet, I'm looking at it from the point of Branson's brand, okay? Collectively in this town, they have a brand motto of faith, family, flag, and fun, okay? And nowhere in there do you hear the word or anything that pertains to sex or sexuality. All right? And they don't want that here because that's not why people visit here. And they don't understand that. And if I can set them down, I'm hoping I can get in a room with them, the performers and their promoter, and explain to them what they did wrong. And why in this town, if they want to be entertainers in this town, because they keep referring to Terry Sanders being a crossdresser. Terry Sanders plays Tina Turner. He does Joan Rivers. He does Grandma Beulah. And he has a host of characters, including Terry the tour guide, and at Halloween, he's that skeleton person. He's the time traveler. He's an impersonator. And he's accepted everywhere and loved by people in Branson. Okay, I got the link. And that's, they're trying to say, well, I'm a hater of them, and I'm not. It's about business. It's a business thing. Okay, I copied it. There it is. Okay, I got your link. So and it's been a real battle to try to get them to understand it's not about them, but they would prefer it to be about them. And if you're going to keep it that way, they're going to run you out of town. I have seen it happen many, many, many times here in this area. When you do something that is what we consider adult entertainment, you're going to lose business.
Okay, so I am trying to get together a list of things to make little cartoons about for Memorial Day, since I don't have a lot of stories to tell.
Well, you
So
know what? A lady brought,
patriotic flag, Memorial Day, freedom, maybe swimming and picnics.
Memorial Day. Someone just mentioned on my Facebook page that since I said I was going to go live sometime today to honor those that gave it all.
Mm-hmm.
She says, well, don't forget about the Indians that fought on their own land and gave it all for their rights and freedom.
Okay.
I thought that was, and I mean, if it weren't for the talkers, we probably wouldn't have won World War II. The Indian talkers that they were code talkers.
Yep.
Because their language was something that everybody didn't know. So they used the Indian language to help us win the war. By coding, they coded in Indian talk. And they were called the code talkers.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, save the story. Save the story for tomorrow. We don't want
to. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do it today.
Okay.
Because everybody in the park starts packing up and leaving. People in Branson pack up and leave on Monday.
I know one thing we're going to want to hear is the flag one.
Yes, I've got to do that because I've got to do that also for Game Dev, because Game Dev is going to see if he can't put a video together for me for that.
Ooh,
for the show
at
the theater. Okay, I'd like to have a video playing on the big screens while I'm telling the story. So I'm going to tell the story and he's going to figure out what the video should look like. Predicting maybe just a slideshow kind of video that shows each war that we were in as I talk about it.
Do you have it written out?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I can plug it into that cartoon thing and have a cartoon version of it later in case we want to repeat it in another way later. It's going to be a long stream.
Yeah. It's almost a 6-minute story.
Yeah, that would be cool though.
So he's gonna but that's what we're gonna work on. Okay. So I told him I would do it on my live and he would capture it. And Mona, on your next Hootenanny flyer, you need to add on the top, come have a gay old time. Oh, there you go.
I sense a little bit of instigator spirit. I recognize that one.
Yeah, I do too. Okay. It was just everybody got a hoot out of the fact that they wanted to charge me to set up a food tent and have to have an inspection and all of that. And when I turned around and says, well, wait a minute, do you have a permit for a tailgate party? Well, no. That's okay. We'll have a tailgate party. And my tailgate's 8 foot wide and 55 feet long. Woohoo! Didn't need no health inspection. Didn't need no permit because I changed. It's the same thing as a food tent. Soup Mama served hot dogs and hamburgers, and he forgot to bring the coffee though, and it was cold, and there were a lot of people wanted coffee.
Are you serious? There was no coffee?
No coffee.
Wow.
That won't happen this year. There'll be plenty of coffee.
If I was there would have been coffee because I would have made it in my camper. But
yeah, well, she just forgot to bring the coffee crafts.
Oh.
You know, we got those big square coffee crafts, and she forgot to bring them.
Oh,
And besides, when they was setting up, getting ready, it was like 75, 78 degrees in there. And so nobody was thinking about coffee. But when the show started and the sun went down, it got cold, and everybody was thinking about hot coffee. So this year we're having it indoors. So
oh,
yeah, we've got the theater.
oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Last year it was in a parking lot. It's not in a parking lot this year. It's in the theater itself. So
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to make that at all, but I might be in Missouri September-ish.
So when you hit Missouri in September, you just come on down and stay with me for a couple months.
I can't do that. I got to get back to Quartzsite.
Why?
Because I have people I meet and things I do down there.
So you could go back there.
Like, give up
after
my life for a 1 week event is what you're telling me to do. Give up my life for 2 months.
No, I'm telling you to experience a different kind of life. You are a nomad, remember?
I know, but I'm the nomad who chases the sun and the warmth.
But honey, it's still pretty sunny and it's warmer here in November than it is right now. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't go right now either.
that first week in November, the average temperature is 75 degrees.
With humidity, and that's what it is here, and it's chilly here, and I have not been out of my camper walking around as much as I'd like to because I can't take the chill.
See? And it's gonna be 80 degrees here today.
I know, but you want me to spend how much in fuel to go stay at another place where it's colder and miss out on all my trips that I had, my people I meet at the other places?
No, you're just showing up late.
I'm not gonna go when it's cold unless I have enough money to go twice. But I don't know what Social Security is going to do yet. So if I had enough money to go twice, I would probably fly instead, actually, to tell you the truth. And get a hotel or an Airbnb or something.
Or stay with us. I got a cabin. By the time if I fill the cabin, I've already got it half full, only half. But if I fill the cabin, it'll only be $100 for the entire week per person.
That'd be good. It cost me $190 to stay for 7 months in Quartzsite. You can't beat that deal.
No, you can't beat that deal, but you don't get to see everybody either.
I know.
But, I mean, you talk about meeting up with a bunch of friends. I'm sorry, but Wendy, you did make a lot of friends in Hagerstown. And this is the Hagerstown family reunion, basically. All those wonderful people are going to be here. Bye, Jeffrey. J. Paul, love you. Oh yeah, I got pressure. I'm putting pressure on, you know. But I've got a A-frame cabin that sleeps 8 right there by the Black Oak. It's called the Black Oak Mountain Lodges. It's just a hop. I mean, it's probably a hop, not even a hop, skip, and a jump from the theater. And where all the activities are going on. But it's warm. It's got a warm bed. It's got a shower. It's got a
Wendy
kitchenette.
sleeps on the floor. I hope Wendy sleeps on the floor. I hope nobody steps on me.
Nobody will step on you. We'll make you a special spot on the floor. Okay?
Oh, my Lord.
I mean, I'd prefer you sleep on a cot if you wanted to, but If
No
you want to
way.
sleep on the floor, I put you on the
Well,
floor.
see what I mean? People prefer. I know people feel weird when I sleep on their floor.
Only because it would make me ache.
But you know what hurts? Falling
What?
out. It hurts a lot when you fall out. I won't sleep on a bed anymore.
Well, okay. You can sleep on the floor. We will gladly allow you a very special spot on the floor for you. You can put your pad down. You can be you. Okay. I'm not going to try to change you. All right.
It's
It
like,
means I don't have to bring my cot. Okay.
I'm not agreeing.
I know.
I don't even know what my finances are going to be. And it just drives me crazy. It took them 2 years. When I got that inheritance, they told me to go ahead and buy the truck. That won't count against my resources. So 2 years later, they cut my income down 10% because they decided they wanted to do it. So it could take up to 2 years. They can have me hanging in limbo for 2 years. I don't know.
It cost me an extra $5 a month to have another person here on my side.
I'm not going to live there. If I go to Missouri for that event, I'm not going for 2 months.
Okay.
Sorry. I just don't want to.
Because I'd love to take you out and show you the Butterfly Palace and the Silver Dollar City, and show you the beautiful sights and sounds we have here. And you talk about beautiful sunsets. Well, you was here. You was here just across the lake when you with the ambulance, when you guys brought the ambulance back and we had that thing for Tracy. Okay.
Yep.
It's beautiful scenery.
I've been to Springfield a lot too. I have relatives in Springfield.
Okay.
Who would love me to go visit them, and I won't go visit them either because I don't want to stay there.
Well, there's nothing like a sunset over the dam. You want to do a sunset show. For a sunrise, we got a beautiful spot up by the College of the Ozarks for sunrises. A great spot at the overlook for sunsets. And state park's right across the street. Plenty of hiking.
That's what I want to see. I'm not much of a touristy person. I like the nature stuff.
Hey, that's why I mentioned the Butterfly Palace.
I don't know what the Butterfly Palace is. Is it a tourist attraction? People pay to go in and it's all caged in?
Oh, they're not caged. You go in and they land on you.
Well, but how do they keep all the butterflies there?
Well, they have a building.
Yes, that's called caged in.
But the butterflies are very happy where they're at. Okay.
Yeah.
We can't let them out because most of them are what they call Brazilian butterflies. And they won't let any of them escape from the building because they could be invasive to the natural butterflies.
Right.
But it's fun to go in and get your little vial with the little flower on it. And you sit real still and see how many butterflies you can get to land on your hand and feed them. And it's just a beautiful tropical setting. And it's cheap. And you can get your bracelet and you can go in and out as many times during the day that you want to, but it's very, what you call a melancholy kind of atmosphere. But there's also the fish hatchery. But I can take you caving.
Yeah. How are you going to do caving?
I've been a spelunker for a long time.
Yeah, but you were having troubles walking.
You know what?
Yesterday. How are you?
Well, the thing is I'm real good at crawling on my belly.
Okay, that won't be awkward at all.
Okay.
Where's Mona? I point my camera down. She's down there crawling on the ground. And you just left her there?
While Wendy's crawling on sometimes you got to crawl to get in. I'm not talking about commercial caves. I'll take you to see some.
Space, I'll take you. Not get in.
I mean, I'll take you to see some caves that people don't know about.
I'm still not coming for a couple months. You can bribe me, but it's not coming for months.
I mean, it's not months. Your thing is what, in October?
Actually, Quartzsite opens up September 15th.
I'm talking about the thing in Springfield.
The thing in Springfield, I'd have to look that up. Wait, I better use this to do it instead. And the thing that's there, I'm already going to be there 10 days. I mean, not 10 days, 8 days.
Okay.
Oh, here comes the wood chopping. It's, ooh, dang. It's later than I wanted it to be. September 29th to October 6th.
See?
No, I'm not staying a whole month. Maybe 1 or 2 days I'll stop by.
Well, the thing is if you come stay with me, I might just go with you back to Quartzsite.
Yeah,
I can't go anywhere till I get the convoy of honor over with.
How would you get medical care if you're in Quartzsite?
I've got Medicaid.
Okay. But I didn't even say I was going to that yet or not. Everyone crawled before they walked.
Yeah.
I still crawl around. I live in a tiny camper.
Well, if I followed you to Quartzsite, I'd be living in my pick-em-up truck.
Yeah, you could be there for a whole season. I guess I'm not going to be in Quartzsite on the 15th. I'm not even going to be there till the middle of October again.
No, you're not going to be there till after the first week in November.
You think? But I may not go, and then I'll be in Quartzsite for the coat.
And if you was to fly out here for my event.
See, I have 2 other friends that are in Quartzsite that I meet up with who are the same faith as me, and they also want to do Sukkot. And I don't know if they may just be down in Quartzsite for that, or near Quartzsite for that season, because they're coming anyway. What was that? Oh,
that was my telephone message.
So they may do a Sukkot in the area. My friends want to do Sukkot at a camp, and I don't know what camp they're doing it at. The ones in the city, Mesa. So I just have lots of things I'm looking at. It was only one of the options I'm looking at.
Well, the thing is, like I said, if you flew out, you wouldn't have to fly back, because I would drive you back to Quartzsite and stay for a while.
But if I go to the Sukkot, I wouldn't be flying. I need my camper. It's a campground that they do this at. I don't know. I'm not mentioning it anymore because I don't like pressure.
Well, the thing is, I'm just going to say this. I mean, I'd like to find out more about the event that you was thinking of coming to. I'd like to find out more about. I'm not per se.
It's called the Feast of Tabernacles. It's 8 days. If you look in the Bible, I can't remember what verses.
I'll look it up.
But it's to celebrate that, you know, when they built the tabernacle, that God was living with them. The pillar of cloud at night and the pillar of fire at night and the cloud during the day settled on it. And that's what they're celebrating for 8 days.
Okay. I'll look it up. I'm curious. I mean,
I don't know my Bible addresses, so I couldn't tell you exactly where it is.
I could find the Feast of Tabernacle in the Bible. I can look that up in my concordance. I'll find it.
It's a 7-day event, but there's also the 1 day, so it's 8 days total.
Right. They probably got 1 day to set up.
No, it's not. It's not. It's part of the festival itself. I don't. My mind's a little muddy right now, but for 8 days we do it. Now, one of them is, because there's usually a period of 7 days plus the 1, and the 1 is like when we do the Passover season, there's 7 days of unleavened bread, and then there's the 1, and that's the one where Yeshua raised from the dead, or Jesus. The English word is Jesus.
Yeah.
And so it's the 8th day. So it's like that's why it's an 8-day celebration. There's the 1 day, the plus day.
Yeah. Well, sounds interesting to me.
I'm not good at describing stuff, apparently.
I'll look it up, honey. It's kind of like once the convoy of honor is over, I'm done. I'm going to go travel. I'm going to go enjoy my particular type of lifestyle, which isn't big. I don't have a grandiose lifestyle. I sit here in this chair.
Right.
And I'm sitting there with a truck out here that runs beautifully.
Hanukkah, no. Hanukkah is a 1 day, and it's not one of the feast. The feast is an appointed time. That God set up these feasts saying, I appoint this time to meet with you. But Hanukkah is just a celebration of a temple dedication when they built the temple out of brick with Solomon. So Hanukkah is that celebration. Supposedly the oil ran out of lamp and was lit for 8 days. We don't know how true that is. But it's a celebration of the temple. And it's a Israelite celebration. Not necessarily one of the feast days, though. That's what the feast days are. They're called all the appointed times. And what's funny is, I don't know how it's funny, but that Yeshua fulfilled the first 3 at the time, the appointed time. And it's interesting because at the very beginning of the Bible, he says, I put the stars and the planets and the suns out there so that you can know the times and the seasons. But anyway, he fulfilled. We have the fall ones. Sukkot is yet, because today is Shavuot, and it's also the same day that Pentecost happened.
Okay,
and that's a fulfillment of that. It's like we live the feast just to see what's coming. That's going to repeat at that appointed time. That's why my Shabbats are the way they are, because he sets a weekly time to meet with us. I mean, what kind of God does that? I want to meet with you, so I'm going to set apart time for that. That's what I like.
I like that. Good morning, Wendy McLean.
Now we have a pair of Wendy's. The stream is complete.
Yes.
Everywhere I go, there's at least 2 Wendy's. I don't get it.
That's okay. You ain't going to find 2 Monas.
I didn't think there'd be that many Wendy's. But there's 2 or 3 on all of them. I'm like, what is this? Now you can't have a complete stream without 2 Wendy's at least. And what's funny is we're a lot alike.
Yeah. You guys even kind of look alike a little.
I can't see the picture. I don't know what she looks like. Oh, well, I would love to look that young.
Well, If I had $10 for each of my wrinkles, I'd be rich.
You know how they say if you look in a mirror with your face down, that's what you're going to look like in 10 years? And then when you put the mirror above you and look up into it, that's what you look like 10 years ago. It does. The 10 years ago one doesn't really match up, but the 10 years forward really scares the hell out of me. And it did 10 years ago, and here I am thinking, oh my God, it was accurate.
Oh, no. Somebody asked me one time why I didn't dye my hair. I said, I earned every one of these gray hairs. I wear them proudly.
I got sun bleached gray. When it's dry, it looks blonde. When it's wet, you can see that it's gray.
Yeah. Well, mine's gray. So.
Well, mine's gray. The sun just bleached it. That's all.
Yeah.
Wait. Here is my channel.
Wendy, never look down into a mirror. Let me see. I'm going to look down into a mirror. Okay.
Oh, no. She's just said never to. Look.
Oh, that's where
you never look down.
Never look down. Oh. E-reptile. Yeah. Yeah.
What would be scary is if you look down into the mirror and nothing was there.
And nothing was there. Okay.
Hey, Food Forest or Howie. I'll just say Howard or Howie. I don't remember which one you go by.
Permaculture.
Yep.
Food Forest Permaculture. Hello there.
Howie. He goes by Howie.
Howie. All right.
I lay around my camper way too much looking up and down the mirrors. Girl, you need a hobby. Oh, I can't look down in the mirror. It's cleaning the glass on the mirror and I had something else.
Well, I guess the bands and the manager or the owner was back at the place I was telling you. It's called Area 71 with the boom, 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 boom music. Yeah. Well, they didn't do it last night.
Oh.
They played to their porch. They didn't play to the whole neighborhood.
So problem solved if they keep it that way. You should send them a thank you letter.
Oh, I'm going to go over there.
Very much appreciated. Just shower them with gratefulness.
I am. I'm going to go over there today, and I am going to meet with Doug, and I'm going to say, Doug, thank you so much. We are so appreciative of the noise level that you had last night. It was absolutely a blessing. Thank you so much for not blowing my windows out. Appreciate it. Of course, I once they started the boom boom to begin with, I called the sheriff's office and they came out and he sat out there and he mentioned it to them, you guys got to keep this down. We've got a lot of complaints, so keep it down. And they did. And he come over here and he says, how's that sound, Mona? And I said, oh, I can hear the kids playing. I can hear the birds chirping. Oh, wow. Thank you. He says, well, as long as it's like this, he says, you still want to file a complaint? I said, no, I have nothing to complain about. It's okay. But thank you for coming anyway. I appreciate that, because he says, yeah, we know in order to get a noise ordinance, we don't have one in the county, and that takes the county commissioner. And I said, yeah, I know. And I know when the county commissioner meets, the meeting is, and I'll be there because of, I have this thing about 10 o'clock. Nothing good happens after 10 p.m. And he says, you're right. I said, and that's why we kind of try to keep the crime. I think the crime's pretty low in Egrets. And he says, no, it's not, Mona.
Can you see the rainbow in the sunbeams? It's pretty, but that means smoke. That's from the smoke.
That's from the smoke?
Yeah. Somebody might be having a campfire smoke started up, though.
And I can see the moon.
No, that's just the reflection off my lens.
Oh, okay.
Would be nice, but it gets spots. Did I do that one? Yep. I love the rainbow colors. Can't say that in public anymore.
They've ruined everything. They've ruined rainbows. They've
The
ruined
Age of Deception.
day.
You don't have to watch that series. It's like, is it 6 or 8 in the series? But they're real short snippets. And it's so informational. It just explains how
I got
everything.
it up. I'll play it. Like I said, I'm not gonna do my thing until probably around noon, because that's when it's gonna be warmer. I'm not going and sitting outside when it's only 58 degrees. My
Yeah.
body can't handle that.
I did that for a couple mornings. I was really glad when this campsite opened up. I was out there. I have a long sleeve shirt, a t-shirt, a polyester sweat jacket, my winter coat, and then I took my sleeping bag and sat out there, but I couldn't get my hands warm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's probably where it's coming from. The campsite next door.
that's okay.
I hear somebody starting their 4x. They're going out, romping around the hills.
Yeah, I'm seriously thinking about coming out to Quartzsite, because I could afford to pay my rent here if I wasn't paying electricity, because I can shut the electric off, clean the
Well, you have to shut the
refrigerator,
water off too.
prop the refrigerator off, shut the water off, and just pay my rent. Okay. I could probably do that if I only had to pay $180 for the whole season out at Quartzsite.
Yep, and you can move around too. In fact, they have a whole list of locations. You don't even have to stay at Quartzsite for that price. You can go to like 6 or 7 other locations. But if you're not self-contained, there's only 3. But you can go to Imperial Dam. That one you don't have to be self-contained. You can go. Is that the one in Yuma? And then there's one in California you can do too.
Oh no, I don't go to that country. My passport don't work there.
I wish our country would go back to where each state was sovereign, and then we just have the federal to protect us from outside countries. I wish it would just go right back to the way it should have been. Then you could live in the state where you agree with their policies, and the Californians can stay there and be as happy as they want.
Well, I want them to be. I want them to be sovereign. I want them to go away. I don't know. I can't say. I have some really good friends that live in California. Yeah, and that's not to say the people. It's the political politics of California that I could not. No, they wanted me to go with them when they went back with the convoy, and I met them up in Little Rock. They desperately wanted me to go back with them, and with us going back to California and all. And I was like, nope, my passport don't work in that country. That's like asking me to go to North Korea. Yeah, no, that's okay. I ain't going there either. But I am making a kind of a resolution that with what I've discovered with my body and my brain, that I'm obligated to the convoy of honor and getting that completed and having that week. And after that, I have no obligations. I'm gone. There are some national. I mean, I want to go see the petrified forest again.
When I first went there, I expected to see a bunch of trees standing up, just petrified.
Oh,
we got there, and I was like, oh. And I went back to the hotel and went to sleep. I was so disappointed.
I'd like to see the Grand Canyon again.
I haven't seen that since I was in 3rd grade, maybe.
Well, they got this glass bridge now that you can walk out over
I've
the
heard
top
that.
of the
There's no
canyon.
way I'm getting on that thing.
And I'm like, I know, but it's kind of like a bucket list thing. I also would like to see Mount Rushmore again.
That I have not seen in person. My dad was a pilot, and we drove most places and stayed in hotels, so we weren't around people and things. But we did take a road trip to the canyon.
Yeah.
That was the worst road trip. We were in a station wagon with 4 bigger kids and a smaller one. My mom had another baby. I had a little baby brother at the time. And I got stuck in the jump seat in the back where the watermelon was.
Yeah.
Somebody put their foot through it and it was rotting away. Oh, my mom would not stop and throw it out the door. I don't know why she wouldn't get rid of it, but it was horrid smell. Worst road trip ever.
Oh, for me, the trip to Yellowstone and all of that was fabulous. We picked up a hitchhiker. There was my mom, Velda, and I, and there was this real polite young man come in and asked my mom where the water fountain was while we was getting a tire fixed at the gas station. And as we was leaving, he was holding up the sign, for the next town down the road. He was only signing from one town to another as he hitchhiked. He was just got out of the service and he was headed back to North Dakota to his aunt's house. And we ended up picking up Jimmy Desbro, and he stayed with us. We even ended up taking him all the way to his grandmother's or his aunt's house. Spent the night there with her. She was a wonderful human being. And my Aunt Velda and Jimmy Desbro stayed in contact with one another until my Aunt Velda passed away. But it was
Wow.
like having a big brother on the trip. I was like 9 years old, and he would carry me around on his shoulders. We went to see the geyser, Old Faithful, and it's a memory that I will never forget. The day when we picked up a hitchhiker, and I have never forgot his name. We called him Little Jimmy Disbro.
I did get to go to Hawaii and look down into a volcano.
Now, I ain't got to go to Hawaii
I
yet.
don't know if you can look into the volcano anymore, because I know that stuff's been pretty active lately.
Yeah. They still fly over it with the helicopters.
Yeah, it's not the same thing as walking up and looking straight down into it.
No.
That was amazing. And it still didn't even feel real.
And I don't have solar panels. I have a generator. And a 900-watt alternator in my truck.
Yeah.
And a spare marine battery.
I'm trying to get everything to electric. Not everything runs on electric. Hawaii's been on your bucket list. I would love to go back to Hawaii as an adult. I was in 4th grade.
Oh, wow.
And our last day there at Flood, we had to roll up our pants to get to the airport.
Oh, shit.
We stayed in a AA frame house. Oh, that was so fun. And I had just found out before we went on vacation that the lizards grow their tails back. And if you scare them, they drop their tails. So we tested it out on every lizard we found. Every lizard was running around that A-frame cottage with no tail. My mom was so mad.
Oh, no. Oh. I'm muting it for a minute.
Oh, okay. Golf cart batteries you can get them for about 100. But yeah, you got to buy more than one. For my solar setup, I have 4, I guess you would call them golf cart batteries. I wanted to get the sealed, but I couldn't afford them. They do lose their tails. It was so funny. Maybe she was tired of cleaning up all the little tails that were left behind. Oh man. That would be nice to go back to Hawaii again sometime. One of my friends from Quartzsite, she grew up there. Yep, so it's about 400 to 600 get all new batteries. I know, it's expensive. And guess where those stinking batteries come from? The same. Oh. So I did see a snippet that they came to some sort of agreement for the debt ceiling thing. And it's supposed to be written up and by Wednesday. So we might be able to look over it by Wednesday if they get it online, which they should have to do before they vote on it. And then I think the voting's set for Wednesday, but I thought our debts were going to be called before then. I thought they were going to be called on the 1st. So I never did finish my little list for making little cartoon things for the weekend or for tomorrow morning. I'm going to start the stream. Let's see. Yeah, I think half an hour about 5:15 Eastern time is when I'll be starting it. Spent the first 11 years of my life in the tundra of Canada. Found it strange to see people going to an eatery in the city. No one hunts and fishes in the city or grows food. That's true. I grew up on a farm, but we always went to the city, but we're not as far apart as people are in Canada. Well, used to be anyway. I've seen some things on it's still hard to get around there apparently. I'm not really aware of it. I just what you see on TV. What was it, a cop show? And they showed how long it took them to get to an area. Kelly's Craft Challenge kept you up way too late. I had to go to sleep. I only had 4 hours of sleep. So I didn't get to see yours, Wendy. I'll have to go back and watch the stream. It's called Golf Cart. Golfers can afford to golf and have golf carts. Yeah, but we use them for so much more now. Grew up showing horses. That's fun. We were on a farm, but we didn't do the actual farming. My dad was a pilot. And my grandfather was in the house. Originally, when I was very young, we got a mobile home and put it on my grandfather's property, and we lived next door until I was about 5, when my grandfather decided he wanted to live in the trailer because it was less to take care of, and we all moved into the house. And then I ended up living in that house again when I had my son. Because I wasn't married at the time. Yeah, we did a lot of hotel type traveling. It's not the same as traveling on the road, though. You just don't meet people the same way. Campers are far more down to earth than hotel people. And he flew out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is where Mr. Rogers flew out of a lot because that's where he lived, was in that area. I forget what that. But my dad brought us home these Mr. Rogers signature pictures. I wish I still had mine, but my sister drew a beard and a mustache on my face on my picture, so I threw it away. But that'd be nice to still have his signature. My siblings were pretty mean. When I got something, they stole it. My dad gave me a necklace when I turned 16. It
Let
was
Wendy know.
beautiful.
Hold on just a second. Wendy, I'm going to go ahead and log on out of here, honey. I love you.
All right. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye, baby. Okay.
No, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, we don't need to talk about it. But I love to save money in envelopes, which got cleared out often. And I still managed to end up getting, what was it, a $35 stereo. A little tabletop one, but I was so thrilled that I could afford to buy something on my own. And I used to have natural wavy hair. And no matter what I did, it waved the wrong direction. So I wanted a straight permanent. My mom says, I'll pay for a straight permanent. You just got to mow the backyard. And I'm thinking, I can mow the backyard. And then my dad's like, no, you can't use the riding lawnmower. You're going to have to use the push lawnmower. It took me 2 days to hand push that lawnmower around to get a straight permanent. And then I got it and my hair was stiff, stiffly straight. It was so sad. I never paid for one again. But it changed and now it's straight. So happy. You always wanted wavy hair. Yeah, I have fine hair, but I just wanted it to hang straight like it does now, and I'm happy with my hair now. Very, very happy with it. I don't have to fix it. I can just wash and go. I didn't like when I had to wear makeup either. Had a really bad perm before. Yeah, somebody talked me into doing a perm once, told me it would control the waves. Oh, I can't even tell you. It was so bad. Northern Labrador, the big city of Toronto, was a shock to me. The police arrested me for snaring rabbits, geese, and squirrels at the zoo. They aren't raising critters for food. Just to look at them. And you're probably thinking, why do I just want to look at them when you can have a meal? My hair used to be curly, but it's starting to lose that curl, thankfully. I have a little bit of curl in the back underneath my hair. When I'm taking my vitamins, it tends to straighten out. So I think it has to do with vitamin level for me. You had a fro in the 70s? My brother still does. Good head of hair. He looks like Lenny Kravitz. I had a fro when I graduated the Catholic school at 8th grade. My mom wanted to do pin curls. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe it when she took them out and that my hair was like froed out. I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't want to do this. But my mom was hair gummy. No, just the regular vitamins. I have liver and kidney issues. And so I have to take a lot of extra vitamins to try to make up for that. You can get vitamins for food, but I can't get enough because what do they call it? Not intolerance. When your body just doesn't want to accept the vitamin. Because I get a lot of vitamin D, but I still got to take a ton of supplements. Resistant. I'm vitamin resistant in some of the vitamins. So when I don't do that, my hair will start getting curly underneath. That's how I know I gotta start taking my vitamins again. I'm taking the Alive ones right now. In Quartzsite, they had a sale. This one's immune support. Has C, D3, and zinc, which is helpful. Used to feather sides hair back with the big bangs. Yeah, isn't that what most people did? Not as high though. Remember Aquanet hairspray. I did use hairspray when I worked, but not in school. My sister did. When I saw her hairspray her hair and go to school, and from tilting her head back, her hair would split in the back and stick out. So when she bent down, it's almost like the anime characters when they bend down, their hair stiff and sticks out when they bend down. That's what she had going on in the back. So I didn't put eat so many different kinds of candies. The kids accuse me of eating candy all morning. Wow, what's making that noise? Okay, that's odd because I'm looking and there's nothing by the microphone. And I'm hearing myself talk all of a sudden. Okay, StreamYard's having a meltdown. Because I changed nothing. Let's see if all right. Darn it. I guess I'm going to have to go because StreamYard's having a meltdown. I don't know what's happening. So I guess when Mona gets on to test her thing, I'll restream. I'm sorry. Does that sound better? Mom was silver all her life. Oh, wait. Freaked out 11, full lean muscles. That poor fellow had to choke me out to arrest me. I was so scared no one touched me as I'm not like to. That was weird. I'm going to file a complaint with them. Let them know. So can you hear me talk now? I muted the outside mic. Give me a thumbs up. That way I'll know you're answering that question. Because by the time I see the answer, my mind can float somewhere else. Okay. We just lost the other camera. We lost the other camera entirely. It must have lost the signal. Maybe that's what was happening. All right. Well, guys. Hi. All right. I'm going to go. And we'll see you this evening for a sunset. And then in the morning, early morning, we'll start the Sea to Shining Sea. And hopefully we can keep our focus on patriotic and fun things. And we'll see how that goes. And Mona will be doing her flag thing. Woo, I love that story. All right, guys. Enjoy your day. 80s bangs is a favorite. Is that where they took and they fluffed them up or something? I don't know. All right. Bye-bye. I always wave at the end for Mona anyway because she whines when she doesn't get to see me. All right. Bye. And